Yo, what's up, everyone? Today, I've got a really interesting clip for you. And trust me, this one takes a wild turn. So in this video, there's a woman who confidently starts an argument, not realizing she's actually talking to the person who owns the place. Yeah, you can probably guess where this is going. And the moment she finds out the truth, instant regret. Like you can literally feel the switch in energy. It's one of those situations where someone thought they were right the whole time, but ended up being completely wrong. Also, quick shout out to the creator who inspired this clip. Definitely check them out. All right, let's jump straight into it and see how this all plays out.
You're parked in a staff owned space.
Okay.
And I work here, so I just
Okay,
wondered
sir.
if you can move
Okay.
it down.
Okay, so you work here for this firm.
Yeah, I work in this building.
Okay.
And they've got cameras, it's staff
Okay,
only.
that's I am Rajan Patel, and you work for Patel Solicitors.
Yeah,
Okay. I'm Rajan Patel.
okay.
Looking at that parking lot, it's practically empty, which honestly makes this whole situation even more confusing. Like, out of all things to focus on, this is what we're doing right now? It almost feels like she's creating drama where there really isn't any. I mean, there's plenty of space. Nobody's struggling to park here. Sometimes it's better to just mind your own business instead of turning small things into unnecessary problems.
I own it.
Do you?
Yeah, you don't see me, but you see my sons.
Well, you could be anybody, though.
I'm Rajan Patel.
How do I know that? How can I believe you?
Sorry. Who are you?
I work here.
You work,
Yeah.
and you're telling me who am I?
How do I know it's actually you? Yeah, I've never met you.
I've never met you.
Yeah, so that... What does that say about
Sorry,
your
darling. I know because my son.
Honestly, she could have fixed this whole situation with just a simple apology. But let's be real, that was never going to happen. Admitting fault, yeah, not exactly on the agenda today. Instead, it feels like proving a point became more important than actually handling things professionally. And that's where things start going downhill. Sometimes holding on to pride can cost you way more than just saying, "my bad," and moving on.
They're working,
I mean...
and he is a boss for. This is Patel Solicitors.
Okay, so...
Okay, what is your role?
I'm admin.
Admin.
Yeah. I'm one of the solicitors, their PA.
Okay. And which one?
Mike.
Mike.
Yeah.
Okay.
He says that he knows...
That's good.
He's known the...
You
he's
do
known the
Michael.
admin.
Michael, you doing work for him?
Honestly, it doesn't even seem like she belongs there in the first place. Which makes the whole situation even more questionable. Like, is this just boredom kicking in, or is she actually trying to stir something up? Because right now, it really looks like unnecessary drama for no real reason. And situations like this rarely end well. If anything, this is probably going to backfire on her sooner or later.
The Michael boss is my son.
So how come...
Okay, Nurinder.
How do I know it's you?
Nurinder is my son, and he's Michael's boss, okay? But this is my office. I'm Rajan Patel, okay?
So how do
And you're telling me I got to park outside of my own office.
But if I've never seen you, why are you here
But
now?
I never
You know
see
who
you.
you are.
I don't need to be here, sweetheart. I've been here before you were born.
At this point, things are not looking good for her at all. Honestly, she's pushing it way too far now. Instead of calming things down, she just keeps getting more confrontational. And the worst part, she's doing all of this right in front of someone who clearly has authority over her. That's definitely not a smart move. Situations like this can spiral quickly, and once you cross that line, it's hard to come back from it.
So you don't care about your, like...
No, because my son, you're doing this one now. I'm just a retired man.
So if you're
I'm an old
retired,
man.
You're not staff then, are you?
Do you like your job?
I do like my job, yeah.
Then you should go back inside and do your job.
But I'm also doing my job and making sure people that don't work here are parked here.
Madam, I'm boss.
You
I
said you're
won
retired.
this one.
You said you're retired.
Yeah, I'm going to see my son.
Let's be real. It's not her responsibility to manage private parking for this business. And honestly, arguing with people outside? Totally out of line. She probably has no clue how lucky she is that this guy is staying completely calm right now. One wrong move and this could get ugly real quick. Sometimes keeping your cool is the only thing saving you from total embarrassment. Boundaries exist for a reason, and ignoring them never ends well.
But you've never been here before.
Do you
So how do we know it's actually you? None of us have met you before.
have problem?
Oh, yeah.
Have you got a problem inside your head?
You've just said two different things. You're clearly not staff. You said that I'm here.
But I do. This one going down to Sons.
So it's not yours anymore. So how do I know you're staff?
My name is Honside Building. You go inside there and you see founded by Rajan Patel.
Honestly, her arguments don't even make sense. This could be solved in a minute if she just asked for help from the right person. But nope, that's not happening. She's way too focused on giving this guy a hard time instead of actually doing something practical. Sometimes people get so caught up in being right, they forget how to actually handle a situation. And right now, she's setting herself up for total frustration.
I don't believe that we've never met you. I
Your
don't think
boss.
it's very good for the company, is it?
Sorry.
If we don't know who I...
What is your name?
If the CEO is...
What is your
So you
name?
don't know who my name is.
What
I
is
work
your
for
name?
company.
Admin girl, what is your name?
How can you not know my name?
What is your name?
Bethany.
Bethany. Oh, Bethany, please just go get.
He gave her way more chances than anyone should have. Instead of listening, she kept pushing and openly insulting him multiple times. And then she started creating pointless arguments just for the drama. Honestly, if he had any sense, this would have been a clear-cut reason to fire her on the spot. Sometimes people just don't know when to stop digging their own hole. Professionalism matters. Ignoring it rarely ends well.
Had their own country, would they survive?
Maybe 3 months max.
Why do you say that?
Because who's going to actually lead? All they're going to do is start catfighting each other.
Life of being a woman without a boyfriend. I just went to Dollar Tree because I was just in the area and this is the only store I could find over here that would sell oil. Car kept saying that it needed oil or the oil pressure was low, so I got some oil. It's soybean and virgin, but I feel like because it's virgin, it's going to be extra good for the car.
Just when you think people can't make worse decisions. Boom! Here's a classic. We see videos of women literally ruining their cars with cooking oil. Why? Because they're too proud to talk to a mechanic, too stubborn to ask for help, and apparently too clueless to just Google it. Sometimes it's hard not to shake your head at this level of creative problem solving. Pride over practicality, and cars pay the price.
They can't tell me nothing. At least I know how to pop the trunk. So I'm guessing this is the oil thing. It's super hot. Oh my god. Okay, I'm just gonna pour it in, I guess. You tell me I don't know how to be a strong, independent woman. I'm really a grown, sexy, independent woman.
And oh man, every single car guy watching this video, instant collective cringe. She's literally pouring cheap olive oil into our own engine. Like, what is even happening? And somehow, in her mind, this counts as some kind of victory over men who actually know how cars work. Yeah, no, not even close. Practical knowledge beats misguided pride every single time.
Why does somebody that wants to be a multimillionaire like you cannot have a girlfriend?
What value can a girlfriend possibly bring to my business or bring to my journey? Nothing other than distraction.
Or she can make your life easier.
The bigger problem? So many modern women aren't even focused on making life easier for a man. Instead, they look at him and expect everything, the world, while not even lifting a finger to help in return. It's like giving zero effort but expecting maximum results. Classic case of one-sided expectations. Balance and mutual effort go a long way. Ignoring that never ends well.
There's nothing that a woman can do to make my life easier.
100%. She can be your supportive girlfriend who cooks for you, cleans
I can
for
hire
you,
someone to
takes care
cook.
of the house.
I can hire someone to clean. I can hire
Right.
someone to
You
take care
don't
of the
get
house.
lonely, dude. Like,
Sometimes you do. But as a man, that's part of the journey. You're supposed to be able to handle yourself alone. If you cannot manage yourself to be alone, you cannot manage to become successful.
you don't crave a connection, like a female-male connection, a romantic connection that your $30,000 dog can't possibly give you.
Until I'm not successful, I don't deserve that.
Now she's trying to shame this multimillionaire just because he wants to stay single. Look, if he wanted a woman in his life, he absolutely could have one. But the truth is, he chooses to be alone, and that's his decision. No drama, no complications. It really is that simple. Respecting someone's choice to stay single, that's a basic life lesson some people still need to learn.
Why on earth would a false accusation carry the same amount of prison time as a grape? You are honestly telling me that you believe a liar and a rapist should spend the same amount of time in jail? Whenever men say this, it honestly just shows me how they downplay grape and they don't understand how harmful grape truly is to a victim. One person lied, which is something that we all do. Another person committed a violent crime against a person.
It's funny how you're trying to justify lying in general, but okay. Everybody does it, yeah, but doesn't mean it's okay.
This isn't just a small lie. When a man is falsely accused, the consequences can be devastating. He can lose his job, lose his family. Sometimes even his friends turn away, and he's forced to start completely over from scratch, all because of one false claim. That's why the punishment for false accusations needs to be extremely strict. Reality check. Lies have real consequences, and they aren't minor.
It's about the impact of the false allegation. Families are broken, careers destroyed, might spend some time in jail even if he's innocent. And the reality is, if a man is falsely accused, it doesn't just magically go away when he's proven innocent. No, it stays there in his life. None of his family looks at him the same. None of his friends. None of the people that he works with. People see him as guilty. They see the criminal justice system as flawed rather than him being genuinely innocent.
What makes it even worse? We see too many cases where women falsely accuse men. And even when that man fights tooth and nail to prove his innocence, he still has to live with the stigma, while the woman often walks away without any consequences. Yeah, justice doesn't always work the way you'd hope. It's a harsh reality, and one that far too many people ignore.
And it's not just a lie, because a lot of these women are doing it on purpose to ruin this man's life, whether it's her ex or just a man she doesn't like. I actually know of a woman who cheats on the men that she dates and then accuses those men of doing that to her. And she does this every single guy she dates. She's been raped like 5,000 times. You don't see her taking extra precautions, going to therapy, or doing any of the normal things someone who went through such a traumatic experience would typically do in order to, help themselves. She doesn't even file police reports against these men. So I know she's full of it.
It really takes a twisted mindset to think it's okay to falsely accuse a man. This isn't just a lie, it's a calculated attempt to destroy someone's life over something petty. And the worst part, even today, society often treats it like it's no big deal. Yeah, like ruining someone's life is just part of a game. Lies like these leave scars, and dismissing them only makes things worse.
Secretive about her past. If every detail is, I don't want to talk about it, or it's in the past, it's usually a lot worse than you think. S tier. Hates all your friends. Sure, there's some she won't like, but if every single one's a problem, he's trying to run an ISO on you from your friends. A tier. Trauma dumps early. Trauma dump on the first date? That's not being open. She's slapping a warning label on herself in real time. B tier. Constantly plays the victim. If nothing is ever her fault, it's only a matter of time before you're the next villain in her narrative. A tier.
Honestly, it's not shocking at all that the red flags from modern women could fill an entire tier list. I mean, the number of questionable choices some people create for themselves is just insane. Sometimes you just have to step back and wonder how it got this far. But hey, life lessons come in all shapes and sizes, right? Recognizing red flags early? That's a skill everyone should learn.
Needs constant entertainment. If she can't just chill, you're not dating a girl, you're basically running a full-blown entertainment company. C tier. All men are trash attitude. If that's her opening line or how she feels about men in general, congrats, you just signed up to be Exhibit A in her case study. S tier. Friends are a bad influence. If all her friends are cheating, partying every night and living for chaos, it's only a matter of time before she gets turned to A tier. Always comparing you to her ex, her friends' boyfriends, celebrities. Liam would have bought me that. Michael would have done it this way. You'll never measure up. You can use it to your advantage to level up. B tier.
If a woman ever starts comparing you to her exes, take it as a clear sign. Just walk away. Nothing you do will ever be good enough for someone like that. Seriously, don't waste your time trying to compete with a ghost from her past. Some lessons are harsh, but knowing when to exit is key.
Chronically indecisive. I don't know, you pick. Sometimes annoying, but honestly in a good way. You should be the decisive one in the relationship anyway. D tier. Uses jealousy games. Purposely trying to make you question the relationship and her loyalty is not the move. Bro, this isn't The Bachelor. Stop competing for your own girl. C tier. Last up, unstable energy. Feels like a roller coaster with no seatbelt. Fun at first, but eventually you're just praying you get off in one piece. A tier.
All right, guys, we're going to wrap up today's episode right here. As always, if you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Drop a comment with your thoughts. I love reading what you guys have to say. And of course, take care of yourselves out there. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.